Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the What's Cooking Wednesday here at BigJon TV. Thanks for tuning in.
We are cooking. It's 100 degrees out, but we're gonna cook anyways.
It's miserably hot this weekend. So we're firing up a barbecue pit. Cooking outside. Well, not everything though.
Yeah, we're cooking some meat outside.
Yeah.
We're cooking some baked beans in the Instant Pot.
Mm-hmm.
And we're doing cornbread in the oven.
We've had requests for a family barbecue. So guess what? Family's here and we're barbecuing. We've had requests for baked beans.
So we're doing baked beans in an Instant Pot.
And we just talked about cornbread during our live stream the other day on Saturday.
So we got it in the oven.
Boom.
I like to do a sweet cornbread with no added anything.
We go back and forth. Cornbread, I like chunks of corn in it.
So this is going to be the style I like.
Yep, and that's
Perhaps
fine.
another video will be his kind of cornbread.
Gotta shout out this shirt. BigJon TV, Food, Family, and Fun. Thanks, Mike Adams. We appreciate it. We'll work them in regularly now.
I'm sure you'll see all four of us wearing them at various times.
Yeah, so
Maybe
thank you.
not all together.
Thank you very much. Truly appreciated.
We do. They're so awesome.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right, so let's get cooking.
All right, and I'll check in. Well, I'm actually helping cook today. We got meat going, so you'll see me throughout.
Exactly.
All right. All right, so this is about a 5-pound pork belly. You can find these at Asian markets, Mexican markets in California carry them as well. But then we're lucky enough to find these at Costco. It's a really cheap cut of meat, relatively cheap cut of meat, and you get a lot of meat out of it. So if you're not going to turn this into bacon and you just want to cook it, this is what you're going to do. We're going to give it a nice coating of mustard. Okay, we're going to apply a very basic barbecue rub. If you haven't seen the recipe for this, we're going to click the iCard up above. Jess did show you how to make this before in a previous video. Really super simple, really basic, but great flavors. If you have a preferred rub, something you found at the store, whatever, it's all good. Whatever you want here. You can even go just salt and pepper. That's fine too. Perfect. Alright, so we're going to cook this in a pit at 250-ish degrees for a good couple of hours. After 2 hours, we'll check on it and go from there. Alright, it's a little bit bright out here, but I haven't showed you guys this cooker yet. This is one of my newest ones. This is a pellet cooker. The box over here holds the pellets. Turn on the temperature that you want. Pellets get fed in there, and you're cooking. It's cheating a little bit in the barbecue world, but I don't care. So this right now is set at 255 degrees.
Too bright to see.
With the mixture of cherry, apple, and maple wood pellets. So the belly's going to go right in the middle. Boom. Just like that. I'll be back in 2 hours.
All right, we've got our Instant Pot set up. Inside we've got 8 cups of water. To that we're going to add 1 teaspoon of salt. We've got 1 pound, 16 ounces of pinto beans. I have sifted through this and made sure there's no stems and no rocks. And these are going to go right in. Lid on. We're going to make sure that our vent is turned to sealed. We're going to turn it on to pressure cook, pressure level high, and we're going to change our time to 25 minutes. And that's how we make Instant Pot beans with no soaking. Alright, our timer has gone off. We're going to let this pot naturally release, which means we're going to let it slowly cool down. And then we'll take a look at the beans inside. Alright, our pot has naturally released. It is turned off. Alright, our beans look great. We're going to drain these and get started on the rest of the beans. We've got our Instant Pot set to saute. We're going to add in 1 pound of bacon. I've just chunked this up real quick. All right, our bacon's looking good. We're gonna add in 1 cup of diced up bell peppers, 1 medium white onion, give them just a few minutes to soften up in there. I did drain off most of the bacon grease before I threw the veggies in. All right, now we're gonna start building the flavor. We're gonna add 1/2 cup of ketchup, 3/4 cup of your favorite barbecue sauce, 2 tablespoons of brown mustard, 1/4 cup of cider vinegar, 1/2 cup of brown sugar, 1/2 cup of water, and we'll stir to combine all of this. Once that's all combined, we'll add back in our beans. Stir gently to combine all of this. Lid back on. Gonna set it to pressure cook. For 10 minutes. And once it beeps, we're gonna quick release and our beans will be ready to go.
All right, 2 hours in, about 175 degrees. We want to get it to about 200, 205, doing that meat thermometer just slides in and out. So it is almost done. I was gonna wrap it in foil, but I'm not going to. I'm just gonna let it keep going because it looks delicious.
Let's get started on the cornbread. We're gonna start with 2 eggs, whisk them up till they're well combined. Add in 3/4 cup of milk and 1/3 cup honey, and whisk these together and set this aside. Let's combine our dry ingredients. We've got 1 cup each white flour and cornmeal, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 1/2 cup of brown sugar. You can use white sugar here, but I just really prefer the flavor that the brown sugar adds. All right, we're gonna butter an 8x8 pan. And we're gonna add 1/2 cup of butter into our wet ingredients. This has been melted and then allowed to cool slightly. And now we'll combine the wet and the dry. We'll pour this into our 8x8. And this goes into a 350-degree oven for about 30 minutes. All right, our timer has gone off. We're gonna quick release this Instant Pot. All right. Whew. You can see the liquid has reduced quite a bit. Smells fantastic. I'm actually going to put this in a separate dish to serve it. Oh, that smells so good. If you like a smoky flavor, you can add a couple drops, maybe a 1/4 teaspoon of liquid smoke, or if you have your grill smoker going, you can throw it in a pan and put it in there to get some natural smoke flavor. But I'm just going to leave this one as is.
All right, straight up 4 hours at 250 degrees. This pork belly is done. Look at that jiggle. Fantastic.
All right, our cornbread is out of the oven. It smells fantastic. I like the brown sugar in there because it really gives it a nice golden brown color. We'll get Jon to cut up the meat and we'll be ready to eat.
All right, time to slice up that pork belly. Look at that. Pork belly is a very rich meat. There is a lot of fat to it. Obviously, like, you wouldn't necessarily pick up all these globs of fat and eat it, so you do your best to pick around it. But this is just like bacon, minus the salt, minus the cure process. Look at that. Delicious. All right, I'll finish this, and it's time to eat.
All right, there's our completed meal. Looks good enough to eat, so let's get someone in here and try it out.
All right, game time.
Can you see me sweating? It is so hot. This is ridiculous.
It's like 104 today.
All right, so here's everything. We've got our pork belly, we've got our baked beans, and we've got our cornbread, and I heated up some frozen corn.
So comment down below if you've had pork belly before. I know the name of it is a little bit off-putting. Sometimes it's a little bit intimidating. But if you like pork roast, if you like pulled pork, if you like pork butts, this is going to be fantastic for you. You'll enjoy it. It's not at all scary. It's just like eating bacon minus the cure and the salt. It's delicious.
The amount of fat usually is a little bit scary for me, but if the meat is cooked well, I just avoid the fat and I go to town.
It just falls right off.
All right, I'm starting out with some baked beans. Those are so hot. Those have a good flavor. A nice balance of sweet and some zing from the vinegar and the mustard in there. Excellent, and the beans are cooked perfectly.
They really are. Those are good. Normally our baked beans come out of a can.
Right?
So this version here, that's delicious. That's home cooking. That's good.
Let's see, what did you try? Some cornbread?
I've had belly, cornbread, beans,
That's it.
and just some more corn. This kitchen is 1,000,000 degrees right now.
It is. It's super hot.
And I'm dying.
The pork belly is fantastic. The rub that I made previously was perfect for it.
Super simple, great flavors. Really complements that meat. Super tender, fantastic pork. Easy, super easy barbecue. I need to show you guys how to make bacon next. That'll be one of my next ones.
The cornbread is nice and crisp on top, totally tender inside.
Yep.
With a nice sweetness. I even like to add a little sweetness later and do butter and honey on top. But you don't have to.
Yep. So we're gonna, well, my parents are on their way. We're gonna sit down and actually have a full family dinner. We might include a couple little shots of that at the end here, depending on how it goes. But that's a wrap on this video.
I hope you guys enjoyed this video.
Yep.
Make sure you do all the things. Like, subscribe, share with your friends.
Yep.
And I'm not mad, it's just my face.
BigJon TV, food family fun. Catch you guys on the next one.
Bye.
See ya.